Good morning, class. What we're gonna learn today is we're gonna read a book, and the book is gonna call Rainbow Fish by Marcus Peaster. So, if anyone have read the book before, we're gonna read it again. So, what we're gonna do for this lesson for today? If anyone does not know the word, please raise your hand, and I will be very happy to help you guys. So, and also we're gonna pair up with your partner. Like we're gonna do this at the moment, but first, what what we're gonna focus here is who can tell me what is fish by raising your hand. If anyone knows what his fish is, please raise your hand. So what is so the material for required for this class? So I want you guys to take out a sheet of paper, take out a pen, a pencil, or a marker, and then very important in this class is use a crayon to color a fish. So as everybody is taking out your material, I'm gonna read. Then we're gonna introduce this book. So before taking out your notebook, your pen and pencil, and a crayon, who can tell me what is in the front of the page? And for the set for more, please, when as soon as I read the book, I want you guys to outline write a word that you look familiar on unknown words. So I'm gonna read a few pages. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I'm gonna read a book. The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Peter. Far out in the sea lived a fish, no ordinary fish. However, he was the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. So, if anyone does not know any words, like um, let's say for example, ocean. If anyone does not know the word ocean, please, classmates, write a word that don't know or looks unfamiliar words. Please take a few seconds and write a word. What I'm gonna be doing here is I'm gonna write some few vocabulary words that looks unfamiliar doing the lection of the book. So I'm gonna move on to the next slide and write a few words that I wrote. Here's some few words that you guys are very unfamiliar with. If you guys already know some words, you don't have to write it down. If you guys are unfamiliar with some of the words that I wrote, please write it down in a piece of paper. Here's some definition of the word. So let's say for example, classmates, let's say for example, the word share. This is how you spell the word share. Ah, uh. Who can tell me what a share is? To share means is to give or give part of something to someone. That is correct. That's correct. So I'm gonna move on to the next slide. This is about giving the student opportunity to raise their hands for some vocabulary words. So and then I'll give it on the next page. Classmates, who can clap me once? Can you guys clap me twice? So what we're gonna do here today is after reading the book, after reading some book, I'm gonna make a prediction of the book. So I'm gonna give a worksheet to each and one of you guys. Before I give everybody a worksheet, as soon as I pass out everybody a worksheet, please be respectful, and I'm gonna read it out a book. So I'm gonna read some of the book. So let's. A little blue fish swam along behind him. Rainbow fish, wait for me. Please give me one of your glittering skulls. Scales. They are so beautiful, and you might have got so many. If the guy is very interested in the book, please raise your hand. It was very interesting. We're gonna have a discussion time. So, I want each and one of you guys to pick a partner. Pick a partner. And then after, if you guys aren't able to find a partner, please raise your hand. So I'll be very happy to help you guys to find a partner. If it's already full of twos, I'm gonna put you to group of three. So the questions that I want to know, I want to reflect it to the student is, how did the nonverbal clue help you to answer the question about unfamiliar words? What strategy do you use to understand the unknown words in the rainbow fish? So I'll give an opportunity to discuss and discuss, and then I'll go back. So if anyone, so I'm gonna pass out a sticky notes. I'm gonna pass each and one of you guys sticky notes. So I'm gonna pass out a book, I'm gonna pass out a book of the story of the rainbow fish. If anyone are very unfamiliar or does not know the word, talk to your partner and then write it down. Write it down. So let's say for example, if they don't know the word swam, write it down on the sticky notes. Write it down on the sticky goal, classmates. So this is to include I'm gonna have the student to have a little activity of a question. So I work together with the group and then I'll read it out. So let's say for example, who can tell me what is the setting of the book? Who is the main characters? As soon as I read all the book from the students, I will ask them a question and then write it down on the board so I can work with the student to have opportunity to give them a question and then raising their hand and then giving them to learn their own experience. So, hey classmates, as soon as you're finished with your work, writing down on the board, I'm gonna pass out a another worksheet, but I want you to color it. I want you to color it. As soon as all my classmates are coloring it, I want to move on, and then this is how I close the lesson. So I'll give them a very introduction review. So who can tell me what is the review? Okay, who can tell me who give it a 5 out of 5? Raise your hand. Who can give it 4 out of 5? Raise your hand. Who can give it 3 out of 5? Raise your hand. Give it 2 or 1 out of 5. Raise your hand. And this is how do I close the lesson, friends. So I give them to a review a student raising their hand by the number 1 out of 5 for the storybook I have read for them. So to wrap it up is just giving a specific feedback. That example of formative assessment. And for the reflection questions, what did I learn about teaching and learning throughout the Microteach experience? So specifically, this is my first year teaching as a teaching voice. It was very interesting, and I think this is gonna be very helpful. That what I learned from this class is putting the more effort, and then this is a part of my life is become a teacher. So Microteach was very interesting activity. So this is gonna help me a lot. So starting tomorrow we'll do field experience hours. So this is gonna help me a lot. So I've been learning a lot of things about Microteach experience, and not only thing but giving more specific objectives and creating my own lesson plan. That is the that is most of the part I ever learned from the Microteach experience. It's become a teacher. That's gonna help me a lot to. But that's an example of backward planning. What will take away and use for a future teacher? So specifically, I need to improve a lot of things. So let's say for number one, I need to raise my voice a little bit more, but I did pretty good. I pretty did pretty good than the first one because the first one all I do is explaining the PowerPoint, but I got a lot of improvement. So I think that giving the student opportunity to read a book is to model them to learn about their own experience and also to warm up. I asked a question about who can tell me what is fish. So this is for example of their own experience of what they're gonna learn from from the book and before the book. So, like I said, that for example, the fish is about let's say for example, there's a student can ask me I ask a student a question and then the student respond to a fish is like a goldfish, a etc etc. So I can have them I can have them a lot of experience from future teachers so I can have the student opportunity to have time management, classroom management, provide feedback, and then give them the opportunity to raise their hands. So yeah, thank you.